Peter Obi's legal team recorded another massive success yesterday as they were able to tender evidence on Beaver's IREV voters cards from 32 states of the Federation at the Election Tribunal yesterday. Let's dive straight into the full transcript. The judges were all seen seated, and Honorable Justice Bello addressed members of the inner and the outer bar. Gentlemen from parties and members of the press, we are all welcome to another afternoon session. As usual, we seek for your full cooperation today. SAN Levy, the lead counsel for the Labour Party, was already on his feet, and he said, "My lord, we will continue today from where we stopped yesterday, and my dear brother Ikweto will be in charge of the proceeding," as he handed over the mic to SAN Ikweto. And the Labour Party counsel, SAN Ikweto, said to the presiding judge, "My lord, we will continue with a witness today." "Professor, are you here?" The presiding judge grabs the mic and asks, "Is that witness number 8? "Yes, my lord," responded the Labour Party counsel. The Inec counsel is up on his feet and he said, "Objection, my lord. We were just giving this document for this witness this morning, and he's an expert witness. His deposition is over 8 pages, and we will not be able to accept the witness today. We will cross-examine him tomorrow." The counsel to Tinubu equally stood up and said, "My lord, just as we were coming in, I was giving this witness deposition. It was just given to me just now. We want to cooperate, but will not be able to cross-examine today, but tomorrow. I crave your indulgence." The APC counsel added, "My lord, it is the same situation here. We were served this just about the same time when we were coming in, and all indication point to the fact that this witness is an expert witness. We will need time to properly understand and respond appropriately to his witness statement. I therefore align myself with the suggestion put forward by my counsels already, that subject to your lawsuit provision, this witness should be taken tomorrow, not today." Now the witness is about to be sworn in, and it seems the court clerk is having problem pronouncing solemnly, and that led to everybody bursting into laughter. And Honorable Justice Ugo made it even more funnier when she said the clerk was having a glitch. The Labour Party counsel responded and said this one is human glitch. Now the witness has been sworn in. The Labour Party counsel moved to examine him. "Tell the court your full name." "My name is Professor dash dash dash. You live at so address in Abuja." "That's correct." "Tell my lord your occupation." "I am a cyber security expert," replied the witness. "You are here in this court by subpoena. Do you have the copy?" "Yes." The Labour Party counsel now collected the subpoena from the witness and demanded to tender it. The respondents did not object to the subpoena being tendered, and the court admitted it in evidence. The Labour Party counsel continued his examination. "In chief pursuant to this subpoena, you came to this honourable court and deposed to a witness statement on the 21st day of June. Is that correct?" "That's correct, my lord," replied the witness. "If you see the copy, how will you identify it?" "If I see my signature and a relevant section, I can recognize it," replied the witness. Now objections are flying in and out from the respondents, who opposed the admission of the witness statement, stating that they will give their reasons in their final address. The court admitted the witness statement in evidence and marked it as exhibit. The Labour Party counsel continued his examination. "In paragraph 23, 24, and 25 of your witness statement, you identified a metadata." "Yes," replied the witness. "Is this a copy of the document referred to as metadata on those paragraphs?" "That's correct," replied the witness. "The documents contain metadata with references. In paragraph 26, you refer to the resources and materials used by Inec and the upload of the results on IREV." "Yes, that's correct," replied the witness. "You also attached a document that states alleged plot to abandon the transmission of polling unit results to IREV portal signed by Festus Okoye." "Yes, I did," replied the witness. So guys, you can see that Inec was exposed at this point, that there was a document that states alleged plot to abandon the transmission of results of the polling unit. So these things were planned. But let's continue. At this point, the INEC counsel is up on his feet shouting, "Objection, my lord. We will object to this document. We will state our reason in our final address." He also objected to the letter signed by Festus Okoye. So guys, you can see it on the screen. This is the document. Plot, to stop the upload of results. You can see it. So guys, this is the document that Festus Okoye is alleged to have signed for them not to upload results, from the polling units to the IREV. This is it. So guys, this is just what we are fighting for. This is just it, that results were not uploaded from the polling units. This witness must be an important witness to this case. There was already an existing plot to abandon the use of beavers to transmit results. I take it again. You also attach a document that states the alleged plot to abandon the transmission of polling unit results to IREV portal signed by Festus Okoye. Yes, I did. At this point, the INEC counsel is on his feet shouting, "Objection, my lord. We object to this document. We will state our reasons in our final address." Also objected to the letter signed by the INEC official Festus Okoye. The presiding judge admitted them in evidence. The witness is already seen stepping out of the stand. Also, all the other respondents objected to the letter signed by Festus Okoye. Justice Samani has admitted the letter as evidence to the court. The Labour Party Council motioned another witness to take the stand. After being sworn in, the Labour Party Council began and he said, "Tell the court your name. My name is Onoja. What do you do for a living?" "I am a staff of Women and Child Rescue Initiative, a non-profit organization." "You came here on a subpoena?" "Yes, my lord." "Do you have the subpoena here with you?" "Yes." No objection this time from the respondents, and the Labour Party Council went further to tender the subpoena in evidence. The court admitted it and marked it as exhibit. The Labour Party Council continued examining his witness. Recall on the 19th of this month, you deposed to a witness statement which you signed in this court. "Yes, my lord." "If you see the witness statement, will you recognize it?" "Yes, my lord." "How?" "My signature is there." "Do you want to adopt it?" "Yes," the witness replied. The Labour Party Council immediately moved to tender the witness statement. The respondents raised their objection in their usual manner. He tendered it anyway and the court admitted it and marked it as exhibit. The Labour Party Council continued his examination of the witness and he said, "In paragraph 2 of your witness statement, you mentioned your ID card. Do you have it here?" "Yes, I have it." The witness brought out his ID card and the Labour Party Council moved to tender it in evidence. No objection this time from any of the respondents and the court admitted the ID cards in evidence. Now, the INEC counsel was up for cross-examination and he started by asking the witness, "The ID card you submitted is not an accreditation from INEC." "INEC did not give us ID cards," responded the witness. "It is not an accreditation from INEC, correct?" he repeated. "Correct. You did not play any role for INEC during the election." "I only observed," replied the witness. "From your observation, apart from the results counting and voting, everything went well?" "Yes, my lord." At this point, the presiding judge cut in and said, "Apart from what?" He said the voting and the counting went well. So guys, this was a switch of question. The presiding judge said, "Let's hear from the horse's mouth." "Yes, my lord," replied the witness. "Will you be surprised that your polling unit result is on IREV as we speak?" "I will be surprised," replied the witness. "That will be all, my lord." Counsel to APC is now on his feet, SAN Fagbemi, and he said, "My lord, the witness is a gentleman. We have no question for him." You can imagine. The witness has now been discharged. The Labour Party Council called out another witness. The witness is now in court and he walked into the witness box. The witness has been sworn in. At this point, Justice Ada and Justice Samani were seen seriously talking to each other. The Labour Party Council moved to examine the witness and he asked, "What's your name?" "Kefas." "Witness, what do you do?" "I am a civil servant." "You came here on a subpoena?" "Yes." "Do you have it with you?" "Yes." "We wish to tender the subpoena, my lord." All respondents did not object to the subpoena. The witness has been asked to confirm his witness statement and he has confirmed it. All the respondents have objected to the witness adopting the statement. Counsel to INEC is now up on his feet, and he said to the witness, "As an INEC ad hoc staff, you were properly trained." "Yes," replied the witness. "And you acted according to the training?" "Yes," replied the witness. "How many units did you supervise?" "I and Mustafa Suleiman supervised 24 units in my ward." "How many units are in your ward?" "That's 24 in my ward." "How many wards are in your local government?" 10 wards. "Do you know how many local governments you have?" 21 local governments in Adamawa," replied the witness. "Was there any issue in your ward except the transmission of results?" He had no issues. So at this point, the Labour Party council was smart enough to stand up, and he interjected and said, "No," he said, "except." He did not say no issue. The witness repeated it again. "There was no transmission of results." "You also mentioned an issue between APC and PDP." "There was an issue between the APC and the PDP, and it was resolved," replied the witness. "So you did a good job." "Thank you, my lord," replied the witness. "So the Form EC8As were properly imputed where you observed?" "Yes, my lord." "And taken to the collation center?" "Yes, my lord." "And as a supervisor, it is your duty to handle the beavers machine?" "Yes, my lord." That will be all. He rounded up his cross-examination. And the counsel to Tinubu and Shetima is now up again. And he said, "Did the subpoena get to you or to INEC?" "To me, sir." "So the Labour Party council sent it directly to you because they know you are their supporter?" "I am not partisan, sir. I am not in any party. I am an ad hoc staff of INEC and supervisor during the election." "Who won in Adamawa State?" "It was PDP, sir." "In the 24 polling units you observed, you can confirm that the staff all conducted properly?" "Yes, my lord." "Accreditation was done according to beavers?" "Yes, my lord." "Collation of the EC8A took place in the ward?" "Yes, my lord." "Will you be surprised that the result for the 24 polling units you supervise are on the IREV?" "The one for House of Rep went through," but before she could finish up, the counsel to Tinubu and Shetima cut in again. "That's not it. We are talking about presidential. We tried it many times, but it did not go through," replied the witness. "Will you be surprised?" "Yes, I will, but it did not go through that day." That will be all. The APC lawyer is now up. And he said to the witness, "It is your type we should be making supervisors because you did your job sharp. "I did my job accordingly," replied the witness. "I am only commending you," said the APC counsel. "Thank you, my lord," replied the witness. "You have a tag. Can you move about even with restriction on election?" "Yes, my lord." "So the party agent cannot move around? You are the only one with the power?" "Yes, my lord." "So at the local government area, party agents still can't just move there?" "Party agents have their people in their local governments," replied the witness. "They can't just move around?" "Yes, sir," replied the witness. That will be all. At this point, the Labour Party lead counsel SAN Levy was up on his feet, and he said, "We will continue, but we want to use the documents INEC was supposed to give us." At this point, the presiding judge said, "We will continue when we come back. Let's go for a 5-minute break." So they all went for a 5-minute break, and when they were back, the presiding judge said, "Okay, go on and tender what you have." SAN Levy, the lead counsel for the Labour Party, said, "We will tender what INEC has provided while we await the other documents that they are yet to provide. SAN Afuba will continue this proceeding." SAN Afuba is now on his feet to tender the document. "My lord, we wish to tender the list of voters registration for 32 states and the total number of PVC collected for 32 states. All respondents have objected to the admissibility of the documents. Laughable, INEC equally objected, even though they were the one that issued this document." The presiding judge now admitted into evidence the document for the 32 states tendered by the Labour Party. SAN Afuba, the Labour Party counsel, continued and said, "Thank you, my lord. I now seek to tender to bar a certified true copies of certificates of compliance for Edo State." The presiding judge asked, "Any objection?" At this point, the INEC counsel SAN Mahmood stepped out while SAN Pinheiro now took over, and he said as long as it is just document with nothing attached, then we have no objection. Can imagine INEC does not have any objection for this one. This time, this INEC counsel Pinheiro did not object to their own documents, but we know the counsel that left before him objected to their own documents. So everybody has his own way. The counsel to Tinubu and Shettima said, we cannot see what is here. It says supplementary, so let them explain. And Justice Ugo added, state your objection. If you have more documents, then we will add. Say what you want to say concerning this one in front of you now. The counsel to Tinubu and Shettima said, okay, my lord, we object to this document. Just as usual. Why were you wasting time? The counsel to APC said, my lord, we also object to the document. Only INEC did not object to this document. The presiding judge now admitted the document as evidence before the court. Now the Labour Party counsel SAN Afuba said, my lord, we seek to tender the CTC of supplementary IREF report for 3 local governments of Benue State and duly certified by the first respondent, that's INEC. The presiding judge, Justice Samani and Justice Ada, were seen talking within themselves. All respondents, including INEC, objected to the admissibility of this document, but the presiding judge admitted them as evidence before the court. The Labour Party counsel SAN Afoba said, my lord, may I quickly move on to page 2 of the 11th schedule of documents and respectfully seek to tender supplementary IREF report for Cross River State for 2 local governments. And the presiding judge asked any objection. All the respondents objected to the document. The presiding judge now admitted the document as evidence before the court. And the Labour Party counsel said, my lord, may I now seek to tender the supplementary IREF report for Gombe State for 1 local government as certified by the first respondent. All the respondents objected to the document. The presiding judge admitted the document as evidence before the court. The Labour Party counsel is now done with the document. And the Labour Party lead counsel said, my lord, I think this is a good place to end today's proceeding. The day is gone already. And the presiding judge asked any objection. The INEC counsel SAN Pinheiro said there is no bashing on INEC today, so no objection. The counsel to Tinubu and Shettima said, no objection, my lord, let's go home. The respondents have all had a very long day today since the morning session. And the counsel to APC said, no objection, no, we can adjourn. And the presiding judge said this case is now adjourned to tomorrow, 22nd June 2023 by 2 p.m. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.